Dude, you were told to leave numerous times. I told you to leave. I told you don't come back in the store. I told you not to come back in, and then you came back in.
I don't get to eat shit all day. I'm hungry. I'm gonna get food if I need to get food, bro. It's like that. I don't care.
Why didn't you have lunch?
That's everything you need to know right there. He felt entitled that he gets to get food. You can get food at home. You can get food at another store, but you can't get food here because they told you got to go. People look at young people, I should say, look at McDonald's and all these places, and they consider them public places, but they don't really ever view or are ever told what an actual private place is. McDonald's is open to the public, but it's not owned by the public. And
this is the fault of so many people, parents, media. There's so many people responsible for children feeling that they have the right and they can behave this way. There's so many layers to this, but the bottom line is everyone in this stream right now would never in their life acted like that, nor talked to a police officer like that. My mom, I would forget the police, my mom would have beat me. And she was a single mom. I had no dad. She would have beat me. So we just knew that that was not acceptable behavior. But now, with the narrative that the police are this, the police are this, they're getting it fed a lot of the times from the parents. So they feel this entitlement to talk like this and act like this. You're in a place, the police are saying, you need to leave. Now, there's two ways you could do it. You can leave, or you can say, officer, I haven't eaten. I just want to order my food. And as soon as I get my food, they hand me my food, I'm going to leave. That's all I'm looking for here. Whatever. So you can just wait. It's McDonald's. It's only going to be like 3 minutes before they hand me my food. And then I'm leaving. You could have done that. But instead, you are making a scene. You're screaming the N-word and you're screaming all this upset. You're making the scene all because you have in your mind that you can act like this. There was nothing in that kid's mind that said, I shouldn't be talking like this. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be saying this. Everything in his mind was like, this is okay. I can talk to this person like this. I can act like this. And if they do anything in response to me acting like this and talking like this, they're wrong. And that is the breakdown in our society. And I'll say it outright. It is a mentality in the Black community. It is an overwhelming, not obviously not all, but it is an overwhelming understanding in the Black community that needs to change. And I talk to Eric, I travel around. I talk to so many parents in the Black community that say, I specifically tell my children, that is not how you talk to the police. They have to actually teach around that narrative because they know what the overarching narrative is and they know what kids are being taught, what kids are, believing. So the parents I talk to in that community, they're like, I got to tell them, listen, you don't talk to the police like that. If they tell you to go, go. You don't belong somewhere, just leave. Right? There's no talking back to the police, holding court in the middle of the street. They ask you for your ID, give them your ID. Right? It's not the end of the world. That is how it should be taught. However, that's the minority of the parents I speak to. Sure. Most of the parents I'm speaking to are like, oh, F the police. They don't know. They're always trying to violate your rights and this and that. And you don't understand in some of these situations, it's Black people who are calling the police for help. And the police arrive and we see it. We see, no one ever talks about it, but we see how Black people talk to Black officers. And sometimes it's even worse. It's even worse because they just have this feeling that they can do that. And that needs to change. That whole understanding needs to change. If you feel like you're being wronged And I feel like I belong in this McDonald's. I've done nothing wrong.
That's what court's for.
That's what court's for.
Yep.
That's what court's for.
Mm-hmm.
That McDonald's is not the place where you stand your ground and say, no, F you. I'm allowed to be here or whatever. No. The police have arrived. The police have been called by the owners of the McDonald's. And the owners of the McDonald's, not the police, the owners of the McDonald's say they don't want you there. So it's not the police. The police are just enforcing the will of the owners of the McDonald's who have a right to ask you to leave. That's it.
Yeah.
That is all.
Yeah.
And if you say no, well, I'm sure that if the owner of the McDonald's kicked your front door down, sat down in your living room, started eating your food, and you called the police and said, some dude wearing a McDonald's button down is in my house eating my food and hanging out in my living room, and the police showed up there, and that guy just started making a scene like, I ain't leaving. I'm not leaving. And he pulled the Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
The police like, bro, get this crazy McDonald's manager out of my effing house, man.
No doubt.
You wouldn't
It
just
is.
say, I'm going to let him sit there, and I'm going to let this McDonald's manager who broke into your house eat your food, use your shit, and do whatever he wants because he feels like he has a right to be here.